Looky what the cat dragged in. We've got this funky dragon tray mold. And I think for this guy, we are going to use some of the, ooh, didn't shut it all the way, red chrome powder from Let's Resin. I think we're going to paint that in here. And I may get the gold and do a couple highlights in there as well. But overall, I think we're going to do just a black tray. And I think we are going to mix this black hollow sparkle, maybe with a little bit of the red. Maybe we'll throw in some red tulip for the edges. But first, we're just going to get this painted with the powder. And yeah, so sit back, relax, have some fun while I get this done. I've seen that there are some new chrome color powders being released or just released on the Let's Resin website. I'm excited once they're available again. I think they're sold out, or said not available yet, to be able to give them a try. And I think I'm just kind of dusting over here, but I'm going to use that gold too. That's going to help bring some of those out. And pick up in those places that the red is not maybe sticking to, or I'm just kind of not fully making it stick to. If you kind of catch my drift. And this will fade out into the glitter. All right, we have the gold here. Again, just trying to fill in those spots that maybe that red didn't want to cling to. And hopefully the gold will. While I'm getting this cleaned up here, I did want to say this is part of the How to Make Your Dragon collaboration.
This collaboration is hosted by Steph at Highland Homemade Craft with Jules the Resonator and Laura at Laura's Design Studio.
Check out the playlist in my description because there should be some pretty awesome dragon makes for everybody to watch by some really talented people. Alright, I'm going to still get this cleaned up. We'll be back. While my, excuse me, resin is debubbling, here's my little mixture here. Again, this is kind of a black hollow glitter. This glitter, I don't know where I got the black hollow. It wasn't actually that bottle, it was a tiny bottle. I think it came from probably Temu. This one came from Michael's, the cherry. And then I also added in a little bit of the Laura's Art Corner Red Tulip Sparkle. And then we're going to put this around the edge in here. And I got clear resin debubbling. I am going to actually add just a hint of black mica powder to that. I don't want it a thick opaque because I want this glitter to be seen. I just want it not to be clear. Alright, we'll be back when she's done debubbling. My resin is somewhat debubbled, and I'm going to just pour this into it. Let's move this guy off to the side. Maybe I don't need to add any color to it actually, because that black has definitely filled it in. I'll add just a hint. Just lets resin black. Not enough to cover any of the colors. Just enough to give it a little something extra. Then I'm just going to kind of slowly go around and drop it. Switch it to a paper cup that will give me more control. Because then I can just make a little spout there. And this is what we can do. There we go. We're going to stop there. Because I'm going to fill the rest of it up with an actual dark black. And get black into here. Oh, and I need that cured up because I totally forgot to blow all the extra powder out of here. So we definitely don't want all that extra powder causing any issues here. Kind of going around poking. I am going to get ridges and stuff because I didn't put a clear layer down first to make the edge smooth. I can always come back and add a little something, little top coat to that area to make sure that that's alright. We're gonna let this part get cured up, or at least solidified enough. That hair off of there. Solidified enough that we can pour next layer on there. And again, I'm gonna get all that extra powder cleaned up. Actually, I'll give it a little spritz of alcohol. There we go. I do have another mold off to the side, because why? Because of course I do. And there's another little dragon. It's this little guy here. I'm gonna get him cleaned up real fast. I'm just gonna grab some tape. Just standard packing tape. And kind of stick it in there. Get any of that little extra debris that was left behind previously. Get that out of there.
And my apologies, I have this very blurry footage that I apparently didn't know I was taking, and didn't apparently record the pouring of the green glitters into that dragon mold that you very blurrily see in that left corner. So we're just gonna pop past this.
Alright, for anybody who's curious, this dragon mold, this came from Odditty Abyss, a US mold maker. She makes some really cute molds. And I do have a discount code. It is linked in my description. You can save 10% off any mold purchase. She also has a sale going, a de-stash sale right now. Where some of these small molds this size are like, is it $5.35, something like that. So you may want to check her out. And this mold, this bat mold over here, I just like this one. Since it's getting to be, you know, towards the spooky season, I've been making these little bats. I really enjoy this mold a lot. And, yeah, I make these in little magnets. Or keychain, or whatever. So yeah, that's where these guys came from. This one came from Temu. Alright, we'll be back when this is cured up enough that I can clean that out, but we'll see these again when they're fully cured. Bye. Hey guys, what I got stirring up here is a little black resin. And this black resin is from Bond Crafter. It is their black 1-to-1 resin. They kindly sent this to me, and I thank Bond Crafter for this. I really enjoy it. It's super reflective. So later, when I go to demold this, you'll probably see my reflection in it. So I'm just mixing this up here. I'm actually going to throw a little bit of sparkle in here just to give it a little bit more depth as we're looking at it on the flip side. Yeah, so once I get this all stirred up, we'll be back. I will say the one thing while mixing this is you can't see streaks as well, so you're not really as certain when you should be finished mixing, so I am mixing it for a full 4 minutes. I know some people have asked why black epoxy pre-made. For me, it's a matter of convenience and mess. When I have my black pigment paste, it's in a little jar, and it inevitably gets everywhere. It gets all over my hands, it gets on sticks and transfers everywhere else. So having it pre-made is just so much less mess for me to have to deal with. I'm actually going to add this Laura's Art Corner Psych Gold. Interference gold powder. Oh wow. My fan's not even facing over here. Very fly away stuff. But look at that. Look what that just does to that. That's awesome. I'm wondering if I want to add a little bit more in there. I think I will. Try to not make a mess, and then I bump and make a mess. C'est la vie! I think that smells good. And now we're just gonna pour it in here. Hopefully I've made enough. Sorry, I'm a little quiet, just trying to concentrate on pouring it slowly. I have a feeling I did not make enough. I had 5 ounces. Hopefully not enough. I have to make more. Sadly, I don't know if I have enough of my Bond Crafter left, and I'll have to use regular resin and color it. Alright, I am gonna have to make more, so we'll be back in just a second. Alright guys, I have made up some more black resin here. I did have to mix it up with my Rolio black pigment, and you know, it does get
all over. And that's why I like the pre-made black. So we'll just finish topping this guy off here. If I feel I need just to top it off a little bit more, I will do that off camera. And one thing, you know, if you could possibly watch the video all the way through, please don't fast forward. Fast forwarding messes up the algorithm. You can go into your settings and change the speed, the playback speed. And so you can change it to 1, 1.5, 1.75, or 2 times speed. And that doesn't mess it up, just the fast forwarding does. So you can watch a video all the way through. That really helps all of our channels out, especially our smaller channels. Yeah, I'm going to make up a little bit more just to top it off. You will see what happens upon demold in just a minute.
All right, friends, let's see what we have. Because why? It's demold time. I have this little resin. Oh, she's still soft. But I think we can get her out. A little squid. Ooh, just turn that off. I always get a little hole in the tip there. So it's just a nice little squid, except I got a bubble there. Ain't she sparkly with that gold, psych gold. I did do just a couple thin little pieces that I'll later paint. Get the back of it covered with paint so you can really see it pop out. And the other one is a little old VW bank, camper kind of van. And I think we can do this one. Oh, nope, not that one yet. As you see, I just put my thumb in it. That was not over here with the rest of them on the heating pad. So we got our lovely little bats. Love this little mold. And our last one. Oh, it's got a lot of overspill in that. Let's kind of get that overspill off. Alright, folks, the last two items. Let's give them a look. Let's see. Remember, check out the playlist down in my description for this How to Make Your Dragon collaboration. Oh, I like how he turned out, minus the little overspills here. Gotta get that cleaned up. Oh, I like him a lot. I love that. So this was a color blend. I got the green pack, green color packs from PNW Glitter Co, Glitter Co, which came with this tourmaline, Eloise, and agate, and I just combined all of those together. Comes with one more color, but it was actually a brown color, and so yeah, that's loving how that's looking. All right, and the main reason we are here today is this beauty here. Hopefully she's a beauty. We'll see in a minute. So, not too bad. I definitely feel I have some bubbles along the edge that I'll have to fix with a little UV resin and go around this edge with my deburring tool. Let's just grab that quickly for a second here. And I'll kind of just give that a quick once over because it was a little sharp and it was poking at me. Definitely trying not to gouge it. Oh, see, I did scrape that and I didn't want to do that. It's my big mouth girl outside. That's Janny. Alright, 1 second. Alright. Are we ready for the reveal? Okay, here we go. I'm thinking and hearing my dog. I like it, yes. I'm saddened by these areas and how they're very weird looking. I'm not sure what happened. I don't know if that was... I don't know what that is. I don't know if it was because of maybe a baby wipe issue. I love my coloring with the chrome red, with the gold. I love that. Just really confused on what the markings are. I don't know what that little one is, but you can see, I don't understand what that is. And then, so as I thought I was gonna get, there are little bubbles. There's one there, there. They're just kind of all the way around. There's some more right here. But that I can easily fix up with some UV resin. I think... I'm not sure how to get that fixed right there. Because that's really disappointing. I think I will probably do a thin layer of just clear and maybe add some more sparkle just to try to hide these areas a little bit and get this it's a little wavy. Can you see that? And so if you look at the mold itself, it is a grid here, so I think that is why it ended up being kind of, you can feel that grid pattern on it. Just trying to, yeah, I guess it was from where I went over with the baby wipe. I was trying to clean up the overspill of the mica and it just left a residue around there. Had that not happened, I would have been totally in love with this and thought it was absolutely perfect. I absolutely adore my coloring that I used. I love it. I love my fade into there. I love it down here. And here. I love the black hollow with the red. And bringing that gold a little bit more in here. But I really love using that gold with the red here as just some highlights. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do a layer of clear in here, try to get that nice and smooth and even, because I don't like that at all. And then we'll fix up some of these holes with some UV resin. And then I think I'll do all that off camera. You don't need this. I'm just mixing regular old UV 1-to-1 resin. I'm gonna add a little bit more of that Psych gold glitter that's in here. I'm gonna add that to it. I'm just gonna pour a real thin layer for that. And then for the UV resin, what I will do is take the little micro brush and put some on there. And then I'm just gonna dot it into these tiny little holes, make sure it's kind of even. I could line it with some UV tape as well, and then just kind of fill the little holes in and cure them as I go. There are quite a few, but there's quite a few small itty bitty ones, and then just some, like I can feel that right there's one. But when you look at it, it's hard to see, but you can just feel it. There's a couple bigger ones right here and there, a couple little ones. Again, I knew that was gonna happen because I didn't put the clear layer first. If you want to avoid all of these, and these are mostly because of glitter going down into these areas, put a clear filling down first, just a real thin clear base, then put your glitter layer on, and that will help to avoid all these little bubble spots around here. I will get that done off camera and we will be back. I want to thank everybody who has watched this video. That means the world and the world to the YouTube algorithms to help keep my channel posted forward so people can find me and see me. Thank you all for those who subscribe. That means the world to me. I love you all. Please, comment, chat up with me in the comments. Give me your suggestions, your feedback, what you like, what you don't like. Just be nice about it. That's all I ask. If you haven't subscribed, it's free. Maybe think about it. You can point your camera at the QR code coming up on the screen or click on that subscribe button. And I have a Amazon wish list and a buy me a coffee. QR code will pop up on the screen. It's also down in my description. But again, thank you all so much for watching. Stay tuned for the beauty shots and have a great rest of your day. All right, bye-bye.